Well, hello, Melinda's. Hello. Welcome, everybody, to VCR Party Halloween edition. And I don't know how long I'm going to keep this mask on.
Let's take them off now.
Yeah, I want to just take them off.
This is one of those plastic ones that kind of like eats into you when you wear it.
And like the condensation builds in your mouth. And
all the memories came flooding back, and that's not comfortable to wear. I know.
No, this is a torture device. So welcome everybody to VCR Party Halloween edition. My name's Joe. This is Nick, and this is the show where we watch all of our VHS tapes, or we're trying to watch all our VHS tapes, and I think we're at 39% done. I think we still got a ways to go.
It's a big project, and we're gathering more tapes.
39% there.
Okay.
As of today.
39%.
Yep.
All right. Well, we have a special spooktacular edition for you tonight. First up, we wanted to mention the running catchphrase on the show has become "Hello, Melinda."
Yeah.
Which comes from the Nick Nolte video.
It's one of the best references of all time.
That Elliot Glazer gave us. So we put a call out last week that...
we should try to get Nick Nolte on the show.
That would be great. Oh, yeah, that's a great idea.
I bet
all right.
We could. Or at least we could go to his place and ask him ask him everything everything about Melinda. I just have so many questions about Melinda. Like, does he keep in touch with Melinda?
Yeah.
Maybe we could probably get an interview with Melinda. We
could
find out what that doctor's name is.
And it's weird, he's not in California in that clip. He's like flew there to go to that specific doctor.
Yeah.
So it's like in Atlanta.
I want to talk to Melinda.
Melinda's the get, not Nick Nolte.
No, not Nick Nolte. Fuck that guy.
Well, but the important part about Nick Nolte, who we were excited to have on the show just moments ago and then said, fuck that guy, is that we asked if anybody could send us a drawing because we wanted to make Hello Melinda mugs or T-shirts, whatever.
Yeah.
And so one guy emailed us. His name's Jeff Moss, right?
Yeah.
And do you want to put
Toronto.
Put up the graphic?
Yeah. Look at this thing. That is genius.
I perfect.
Laughed out loud when I got it.
He sent us a few alternates. I think that's our favorite for the mug. It's kind of when the doctor he's just woken up from being passed out from blowing into a tube.
He doesn't know where he is.
Yeah.
But that's going to be the graphic for the Hello Melinda.
Coming soon.
Oh, yeah. Well, we show the other one next week, though. It's the one where he's like blowing into the air tube.
Right.
And
the before, then that's the after.
Yeah. We have two sides on the mug. I don't know. There's a lot to discuss on this.
All right. So anyway, that's the update there. Do we want to start off with Found Footage Festival Classics?
Yeah.
Okay.
Let's do that.
We've been showing videos from the Found Footage Festival DVDs and digital downloads, which are both available at foundfootagefest.com. And tonight, I thought, we're doing everything Halloween, right?
Yeah.
Did you do Tedium
look at
Partner?
this. Look at this. We got streamers. We got cobwebs back there. We got lighting. Patreon money going to good use right there.
Well, and here's a video that I want to do for Found Footage Festival Classics. This is called the Linnea Quigley Horror Workout.
I don't know if I've actually seen this cover before.
Yeah. It's the idea is she's a scream queen from 80s, 90s movies. She always takes her top off. Yeah. And is at all the conventions. And
she was on the same tour as we were for Found Footage. I remember some people came to our show wearing her T-shirt.
Right. Yeah, we saw her. Yes, exactly. Yeah. She was on a tour, and I think she's has a sense of humor about it.
Yeah.
So she made a workout video that has some actual workout, but then some stuff that's clearly a joke, and then it devolves into a horror movie.
Did anybody really use this as a real workout?
I can't imagine any of the horror nerds would work out, but if they would,
Period.
it would be to Linnea Quigley.
Okay.
So it's a little obnoxious, but I wanted to play some. This is in the exercise video montage on Volume 8, but here's the longer cut.
Isn't as easy as it looks.
Hang on. It always starts a little later.
Get the volume.
Being the queen of scream isn't as easy as it looks. I really have to stay in shape. And there's no better way than a long, hard workout. I start out by stretching.
In front of a fireplace.
I've never seen this one.
It keeps me limber.
Right.
And I love the carpeting.
It looks like it hurts.
Or into them.
Yeah.
These are hard. A good rule of thumb is to do as many as you can before you throw up.
Why does she have the phone by her?
She has a bit where she does a phone call. She's exercising with zombies. And then here's her slumber party.
Girls will be girls.
Yeah. Look at these.
It's got to be a pillow fight.
The lights went out? No shit.
No shit.
Well, it wouldn't be the first time. I'll go check the fuse box. Wait, do you want us to come with you? No, wait. I'll be right back.
It doesn't look like she hangs out with them.
No, I know. And then so she goes to check the fuse box, and they all get murdered
Really?
brutally,
Oh, okay.
one by one. So
it's
tongue in
okay.
cheek, but also like there's a long part where they're just exercising the music. So
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know.
Some of it seemed like she was doing like real exercises in there.
Yeah, but I
Alright.
think in exercise they say do it slow, concentrate on the form, and she's just kind of going all over the place. So.
Right.
But yeah, she's got a good sense of humor. I thought it was a good Halloween.
I like her.
Found footage
Yeah.
festival
Yeah.
classics.
I wonder what she does when she does her like live touring show. I don't.
I would like to find out. We should ask some of the
Maybe
venues.
she like introduces the video, or the films or something. And,
Yeah, we should get her on the show.
Yeah.
No, fuck Linnea Quigley. We just turn on a dime on these people.
I want to meet Melinda. I seriously do.
all
I
right.
think we can meet Melinda.
I think we can make it happen.
I seriously, that's what I'm going to spend all day tomorrow doing, is looking for Melinda.
And it's probably just the nurse or the secretary at that doctor's office,
100%.
right? Okay,
Yeah, and she will pick up the phone when I call her.
Let's get
tomorrow.
Elliot Glazer on board. I think it'll be fun.
I think he's, another big announcement. So the MC Hammer thing, it turns out Nick and I are naive little boys. We're from Wisconsin. We're from a small town in Wisconsin, and we didn't get out much. And so last week, when, what was the song called? Heavy Seen Her?
Heavy Seen Her,
Heavy
yeah.
Seen Her. MC Hammer song, Heavy Seen Her. It was, the lyric was...
At the track, at the club, or out buying Dove.
Yeah. And we thought it was out buying Dove soap.
Or buy a dove in a field somewhere.
Or out buy a dove.
Yeah.
It was neither of those. Turns out it's buying marijuana.
Yeah, buying dub, D-U-B, which people pointed out in the comments,
Yeah.
or on the message board, sorry.
So-
and they were right. We're
Yep.
wrong.
We're nerds.
Yep.
We don't, yeah.
We weren't buying dub in 1991. So
I didn't know what dub was until like 6 hours
it's
ago.
slang that
So-
was, I think, regionalized to Oakland and then like is not slang for that anymore, I don't think. It was like
Yeah.
a flash in the pan.
Yeah.
But, anyway, we apologize
To MC Hammer. And now fuck that guy.
to the Addams Family Groove and everybody else.
Yeah, the whole gang. All right, you know what time it is. Teeny Bears. You know what time it is. Roll it. Hit that graphic, Steve.
I realize when we talk over this, no one can ever hear what we're saying because the music is so damn loud that you just kind of hear some mumbling in the background.
Could you guys put us down in the corner so we can listen?
Yeah. Well, yeah. So we. Yeah.
All right.
Never mind. But needless to say, the
Well,
letters.
should we be quiet so people can hear?
Let's do that. I don't want them to hear mumbling.
Crank it up!
Yeah, crank it up.
Tedium.
Oh boy. Oh, but by the way, we did a show in Brooklyn last Thursday, and I did Joe's Tedium Corner live. Never done it live before. We did it once before, but I didn't play the intro, and the intro brought down the house. When I played it, people started clapping along with it.
Well, you asked them to.
I asked
but-
them to.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I
so-
think only like 11 people actually did. But,
Yeah.
but hearing
Taking
people...
the world by storm, brought down the house.
Oh, speaking of which, the Borecore Festival, somebody on the comments had a great suggestion. What was it? I wrote it down.
To not do it?
No.
Oh.
Nobody said not to do it.
Okay,
Everybody
this is
said
the-
you should do
the
it.
Tedium convention.
This
that
is the
you're-
Tedium Con.
yeah.
I think I got to call it Borecore because it rhymes. But anyway, this is the convention where I'm going to rent out the back room of a bar, and we're just going to have a weekend of all boring stuff. It's going to be like a film festival, but for boringness. And like every hour there'll be somebody new doing something. And one guy in the comments suggested doing all EULAs. You know what EULAs are?
No.
The end user license agreements.
Oh,
like you have
yeah.
to click on before,
Right.
like like Apple
That no one
or
reads,
like
but you got to
Spotify.
scroll through and
I think I would bring that guy out just to do like EULA's greatest hits. You know,
Okay.
like this like deep cut from 2014. This is like Spotify's first EULA. Like I'm gonna read this.
So he has a collection of these?
No.
Okay.
He said that he was just gonna read EULAs.
Oh,
But I
see.
feel like if we hired him to come out here and present for an hour the greatest hits, like the top 3 greatest EULAs
Okay.
of all time.
Nothing too exciting, obviously. You'd want to,
Have you read a EULA before?
yeah, every
Yeah.
time I click
There's
accept.
nothing.
Yeah.
There's nothing exciting. So anyway, big plans. I'm shooting for May next year.
Okay.
May 2019.
All right.
Put it
Well,
on your calendars.
what do you got
All right.
on tap tonight?
So this is a brand new one. This one, actually, no, I played this on Thursday, but you guys haven't seen it. This one is a religious video that I didn't get the beginning of it, so I don't know what it's called. I don't know who this woman is, who's the pastor or whatever she is, but she's more of like a spiritual guru, and she doesn't do a lot of talking, and she does a lot of like glaring into people's souls, like out in the audience. So I don't know her name. I just call her the Staring Lady. And so I did this edit, and it's cheating a little bit because she does talk intermittently, but I just took all the moments where she doesn't talk.
Okay.
And
The Staring Lady.
So here's the Staring Lady.
Sounds pretty tedious.
Let me just rewind. Make sure you once you get all the staring in. All right, there we go. I didn't mute any audio here. Nobody's asking her a question.
She looks animatronic.
I was going to say she kind of looks like, what are those puppets from the 60s? Thunderbirds?
Oh yeah, like a marionette.
Yeah. She kind of
Yeah, I could see that.
Yeah. Like the way she moves is kind of like a...
Yeah, that's sort of the same idea. I was thinking like the Hall of Presidents.
Right.
Something in Epcot's World of Tomorrow.
Yeah, like maybe like a wax figure. Look at right there. She looks a lot like a Thunderbird. I'm with this guy. And look at her space age.
It's a Kmart smock.
Oh, it is.
Just the weight of the front of her hair is forcing her head down.
Look at Jim Belushi behind that crying woman.
Hey, it's me, the Star Canine.
Oh, you're gonna like this part here. See the Star Canine?
Yeah.
Oh. This part's good. Watch this. Oh.
Ooh, took me by surprise there. I thought
One
she was
more.
going to talk.
Listen to
Oh.
this.
the enlightened one. Indeed.
That's kind of like peace out, or to the enlightened one. Is that what she says?
She goes to the enlightened one.
To the enlightened
Hadi.
one. Hadi.
This is awesome.
Well, I guess we got to play the outro, right?
Oh yeah. No, we don't have to play the outro.
Okay.
Do we have to? No, we're not.
Well, anytime you've been doing Tedium Corner, I've been trying to do an Excitement Corner to combat the Tedium. And this one comes from a guy sent us, I don't have his name here, but he sent us all the
He's from South Carolina. Yeah.
He sent
he's
us
a good
all the
dude.
Nightmare VCR board games.
Yeah.
This is one of them.
I feel bad because I keep telling him that we're going to play this game.
Well,
and we have to at some point.
there's 4 of them, and I watched all the videos
Okay.
today. And there's 4 different games. There's Nightmare, and then 2, 3, and 4.
This counts as an excitement corner, huh?
It does, because the stars of the Nightmare VHS series yell at you a lot.
Okay. Is this backwards?
The
No, it's
main
upside
one
down.
is called the Gatekeeper,
Okay.
and he yells at you, but there's also a zombie and there's also a vampire. And this is, I think this would legitimately be scary because you're playing, and even watching the video, it lulls you into complacency by just putting a timer.
Yeah.
So you play the game, and it has a 60-minute timer on it, and then all of a sudden, they barge in on you, lightning strikes, and it startles you.
Well, that's what the guy told me. He said
Yeah.
that if you play it, you have to commit to it.
Yeah.
It says that you have to, I think they say that you have to turn up the heat in the house
Yeah,
to
yeah,
get really
and turn
hot.
the lights down.
Turn the lights down, and like nobody can be too cool for the
Yeah.
game. It's like you have to play along.
But it's exciting because there's a lot of overacting. So let's watch all the stars of the Nightmare series
we should
of games.
actually play this at some point. Everybody loves it. I talked to somebody last weekend in
It's
Arlington
nostalgic,
who liked it.
The gatekeeper! I rule this game. You must answer, yes, my gatekeeper! If you fail to answer, yes, my gatekeeper, when I call your number or color, you will be punished!
Okay, so you'd have to actually.
Go!
So,
Everybody thrill me! And a word of advice, kids. When I'm talking to you, keep standing until I exit, 'cause I hate bad manners.
Suffer.
Whose turn is it next?
This gets a little sexual. For a kids'
Indulge
game.
me.
Is it a kids game?
Yeah, I mean teenagers.
Yes, you! Answer me, you maggot!
That's Nightmare.
Oh,
yeah,
that's
so they're just
awesome.
yelling at you the whole time. Did we do the graphic for Excitement Corner?
Do the
shoot,
wrap
I
up.
forgot.
Do the
Do
wrap
the
up.
wrap up. Yeah. It was my fault. I should have called for it. So it's all spooky stuff tonight. That was the spooky Excitement Corner. And we have a quick announcement before we get into our show and tell. Just about upcoming tour dates. This Thursday we were in Minneapolis. We sold out the early show, but they opened up seats for the late show. If you're in the Twin Cities, come see us there.
Yep. We had to cancel our Chicago show. Unfortunately, we were rescheduling it for January sometime.
Yeah. Well, we didn't cancel it. The venue canceled it.
Yeah.
But we're going to rebook with them. And then we're in Madison, Wisconsin on this Friday.
Bethlehem, Phoenixville.
Oh, the cool part about this Phoenixville, I'd never heard of that city.
Yeah, the
But
Colonial Theater.
The Colonial.
Yeah.
And it's the theater from The Blob. You know, the movie The Blob that took over.
Like the 1950s, The Blob?
Yes. And it's still there, it's still standing. It's this historic theater. So we're playing there
Wait, there was a scene that took place in the movie The Blob?
Yes. Yeah,
The Blob.
Yeah,
Okay.
the famous scene where the blob comes off of comes out of the movie theater and like fills up the whole theater.
I don't think I've seen that movie.
Oh man, it's great. People come rushing out, and this ooze is coming out of the theater. That's the theater we're playing.
Okay.
So that's next Friday. So that's all exciting. We'll keep you updated on more tour dates. And what do you say we move into show and tell?
Yep, show and tell time. Am I starting or are you starting?
Either way.
Why don't you start? No, I'll start.
Really?
Well, I don't know. What do you think?
Yeah, go ahead.
I'm trying to think when I want to end on a strong one. How strong is your ender?
I'm pretty excited about it.
I'm pretty excited about my ender, too.
All right, you go
I'm pretty
first.
excited with my starter, too.
You
though.
go first.
All right. Okay, this one. This one, we have 2 copies of this on our shelf. Halloween Trick or Treat, and I feel like it's too dark right now. Is there any way that you can brighten that up so we can see what's going on here? Oh,
Just
maybe
tilt
this will
it
help.
down.
Yeah, this will help maybe. Yeah, there we go. Halloween Trick or Treat. Look at this
It's just
cover.
a haunting cover.
It's so genuinely scary. There's a little girl with a black cat in her lap with like an actual witch's broom. She's barefoot.
Yeah.
That might be the part that scares me the most, is that she's barefoot.
Yeah.
Because it means that she's not trick-or-treating. She's like...
Right. She's an actual
She's like
witch.
an actual witch, but
Yeah.
she's also like 13 years old.
Yeah. So what's the
Horrifying.
video all about? The cover is incredible.
What do you think it is? Halloween Trick or Treat. What do you think it is?
I think I've watched it before, so
Oh.
I couldn't fairly say. But if I remember before, it's like a video about how trick-or-treating is the work of the devil.
There you go.
Yeah.
Yep. New pagan, like pagans are coming
Right,
in. and,
religious,
like,
yeah.
yeah. So this is the intro for it, and the intro is so good. It goes on for so long, and the video is like an hour long, but like this intro
Okay,
But and the soundtrack is even better.
Okay, I don't remember the intro.
Oh. Listen to this. It's like right out of like John Carpenter or like,
That's synth?
listen to that.
Yeah.
Or like the Exorcist soundtrack or something.
The Christian anti-devil movies play a lot of cool music.
They love making these videos because they get to do a horror movie.
Yeah.
They normally don't get to do horror movies, and now they're like, oh, we get to emulate a horror movie. So
Yeah.
I don't exactly know what they're trying to do with this. It's like this floating orb is coming up to this kingdom, and the music is also kind of medieval too.
Yeah.
And now it's coming up to this kingdom. I don't know what that has to do with
Well, the
Satan.
paganism started in England, I think.
Oh, okay,
and,
yeah.
and with the Druids and all that, so I think they talk about that in the video.
Right.
But,
Okay. I think that's right.
but it's still a real loose connection.
And a really belabored. This could actually be a Tedium corner.
Yeah.
It goes on for a really long time.
Did the drawbridge come down?
Oh yeah. But here's the thing: the drawbridge comes down, but they don't use it. Watch this.
It's a waste of animation.
It kind of bothered me when it came down. Watch this. Comes down,
Did they go
but then
across?
they don't go through it.
Oh,
they can
no,
already
yeah.
fly, so they don't need the drawbridge to come down.
It's my favorite level in Myst.
Yes. Look at this Pagan Invasion.
Whoa.
Look at that font.
Wow, and more lightning.
That's so fucking cool. Listen to the guitar solo.
This is like Lawnmower Man era 3D animation.
But now look it. So, all right. So now we're inside. Now we're gonna take a look inside some
This is
of the
still
doors.
the intro.
Yeah. Fire. Daggers.
Rituals.
Crystal balls.
Squirrel
Cool
masks.
masks. Boxes. Pagan. Cool
Graffiti.
devils. This guy. Oh,
Yeah,
Stone-
Stonehenge ritual.
Look at this. I love that one.
X-ray specs.
What was that?
Yeah. They went to Spencer Gifts. What
Karate?
karate?
What's wrong with that?
Voodoo? This is all awesome stuff.
I know
hope they're-
exactly. What's that soundtrack? Trick or treat? You be the judge.
I think it's a treat.
Look where they are.
They're sitting.
They're in the kingdom.
Welcome
Wow.
to this edition of The Pagan Invasion.
Don't open door number one. Whatever you do.
All right, that's it. But then I want to fast forward to 15 minutes later. If I
Okay.
get it, we're gonna watch it.
Okay.
If I have to search too much, we're not gonna watch it.
That's fine.
But this guy on here, they interview. I don't know if he's a pagan expert or if he's like a Christian guy who says he's a former pagan.
Right,
You
a
know
lot
how
of them,
always
they
give
make
these
that
guys-
up, yeah.
But he has the best title. It's the best like lower third title, and I'm gonna stop it right at 18, and hopefully it'll be there. Okay. And
Oh, it's like his lower third is
From the
Chiron.
yeah. What his title is so great.
I got another one that's a good title.
Oh yeah. Tonight?
Yeah, tonight.
Okay, hold on. I'm gonna fast forward. If we don't see him in the next 10 seconds.
I always think like, what would I do if I was there? Like at one of those like dancing around a fire pit. Like what if I'm in that circle?
I would love to see you in that circle.
Yeah, there's all stuff that really happens.
I think. It's coming up. It's after this one. It's after Patricia.
Just let
Yeah,
these
this guy,
people
this guy.
have their fun.
Here it is. There it is. Look what he is.
that practice witchcraft. The pagans.
Roger.
are
Witch
all over
slash martial arts.
covens, if they're not calling themselves
Anytime-
witches alone, they are
Wait, they're
paganistic.
naked too.
Naked.
There are probably
All right,
now
that's it.
as many.
Anytime we're on a television show, we should request that that's our Chiron
Witch
below.
slash
Yeah,
martial
yeah.
arts I didn't know if it was like witch slash martial arts expert, like witch expert, or a witch slash martial arts expert.
Oh, if it applies to both.
Is he an like a witch expert? Or, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean, realistically, I think he's a witch and a martial arts expert, not a witch expert. This one, I think you're gonna love.
Yeah?
This is we found this one at a thrift store here in Brooklyn, and this is as Brooklyn as it gets. It's called "How to Haunt Your House: The Video" from
Let me, I think I found the sweet spot
Yeah.
here. Maybe not.
"How to Haunt Your House: The Video," and it's put on by these guys who do they basically just make their home into a haunted house in Brooklyn, and this was in 2000, and they invite people in.
Yeah, there's some people who get obsessed with that shit.
Yeah, and
Live
so
for that shit.
Yeah, they talk about how to do all their making like dummies, like skeleton dummies.
Okay.
I just love the Brooklyn accents on display here.
All right.
And the guy's really full of himself too. They probably like live blocks from here. But this is tips on how to haunt your own house from three guys in Brooklyn in a garage.
Is it homemade? Like they're setting up like a...
Extremely homemade.
Okay.
Yeah.
So far, so good. Recover tracking.
Welcome to How to Haunt Your House, the video. I am the gatekeeper of the Samhain horror. The premiere haunted home haunt in Brooklyn.
Haunted home
We've
haunt.
done it for 10 years. And we scared a lot of people here.
I think you use keep me on board.
And what we're gonna do with this video is show you, give you the tools and how to make these wonderful displays, these wonderful pieces
But you
of
can't
fright.
see very well.
See you kiddies sometime later.
Kind of like the Nightmare guy.
Nighty night.
Just see you kiddies sometime later. Nighty night. It's not really spooky. He's trying to be spooky, but
See you kiddies sometime later. Nighty night.
gets out of focus.
We're gonna showcase one other thing. This is a dummy we built. It's called the Grim Reaper.
The Grim Reaper.
I know you've seen a lot of other dummies on this video, but this one's amazing. This dummy is so lifelike that it actually scares me that it might come to life. Oh my God. Actually, he's not a dummy at all. This is the Grim Reaper from the Samhain Horror 2000. This guy scared the living hell out of a lot of people this year. In fact, he scared one woman so bad that she had to take time out to complain. And that's how you do a good job.
You can do a blueprint of it beforehand. If you want to draw out exactly what you're looking for.
Now, that's one thing that we didn't do. This prop is totally made up from my mind as we went along. This was not rehearsed. This was not thought out or blueprinted. That's how good I am at thinking up of props. This thing was just made up. I said, freestyle. We're just going to make a ghost. And we did it. And on the ends, we darkened the ends because we wanted it to look like burnt and torn. And no real ghost would be a ghost without a chain on it. That's why we added this chain. Kill the outboard light there.
Watch this.
And let's show them what it looks like in red. Lit up for a haunted house. Isn't that amazing? Isn't that amazing?
Looks about the same.
And remember,
It looks harder to see, actually.
hey, happy Halloween. Bye, kitties.
That's it. Bye,
Oh.
kiddies. That was the gatekeeper. Another gatekeeper in
He's
tonight's
a total gatekeeper. He definitely watched that or played that game. They definitely
I'm
played
sure,
it.
yeah. And
Well,
so
at the beginning, he's like, "I am the gatekeeper." That's exactly what that guy said.
yeah, I was wondering if the gatekeeper is just a common thing in horror. I don't know, but yeah, this was volume 1. I'm wondering if they made a volume 2 because it is. I mean, for Tedium Corner, you might want to watch this whole thing.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, it's like these guys just kind of talking about how to do paper mache the whole time. It's really good.
Oh, I liked it. I like how he was trying to be scary, but then at one point he said, "Look at these wonderful displays."
I know they always lose the
Wonderful
immersion.
displays is a
Yeah.
really scary. Okay, this one, we've had this one on the shelf. You've seen this cover
Yeah,
before,
yeah,
right?
sure,
You've
it's
never
got
actually
the-
watched the video,
No.
though, have you? UFOs are real. We have about 5 copies of these on the shelf. And I was like, it's a Halloween show. UFOs, I guess, kind of classify
aliens,
as... yeah, sure, why
ghosts.
not? And I didn't want to do all satanic panic stuff,
Right.
Like, for a while, I was just like pulling all the satanic panic. I was like, we've seen enough. So let's go to UFOs. I picked this one because this woman has a really, like, she was abducted by a UFO.
Sure.
And she has a really compelling story, and it's illustrated, and it gets graphic. So let's watch UFOs Are Real.
Says this the government doesn't want you to know about this.
Oh, yeah,
stuff.
yeah, yeah. It says, now after 30 years of government and military cover-up, the truth is revealed for the first time. And actually, the production values are not that bad. They actually have some money, or they have some benefactor that's putting money into this.
Okay.
All right.
UFOs are real.
UFOs
Of the remainder of Mrs. Hill's story.
I was taken into the first room, Barney into the second room, where we were given, as the leader, as I call him, gave us testing. There were 11 beings, and for purposes of identification, I called one the leader, because he seemed to be in charge of the project of doing this testing.
I
and he
want
was
it
the only
hanging
one who
above
spoke English.
my couch.
Then there was the examiner who did the testing, and then there were 9 others we
details are
called
pretty good.
crew members. They stayed
Vivid
outside the room
imagination.
in the corridor. Our
The crew members
examinations
stayed
were
in
very
corridor.
much similar
Okay.
in that with both Barney and I, they checked our eyes, ears,
Barney's her
nose,
friend.
throat, took samples of our hair, fingernail, and they scraped our skin. With me, they touched my body with little points on wires. They said he was checking my nervous system. And then they attempted to insert a needle-like instrument in my navel. I objected that it would hurt, and he said it shouldn't hurt. When he did this, it caused a great deal of pain. He said it was a pregnancy test, and I said, well, that's no pregnancy test here.
Betty Hill was right. In
Betty
1961, There
was
was no
hilarious.
pregnancy test like that here on Earth. But in the early 1970s, two techniques, amniocentesis and laparoscopy, have both come into wide usage.
You do the math.
Both are
Wow.
techniques that provide information about pregnancy and bear a striking resemblance to the experience that Betty Hill described. It's difficult to imagine Betty Hill inventing
juice.
medical techniques that did not yet exist on Earth unless her UFO experience actually occurred. When the
Oh,
Wow.
Wait. Was there something else?
put his hand on her head,
Oh, yeah. That part was cool.
He puts her hand in.
Yeah.
that Betty was experiencing, he put his hand on her head and the pain went away.
At this point,
Wow.
Yeah.
There's no other explanation. What was her accent? I couldn't figure
Her
it out.
accent?
Yeah.
I have no idea.
It was kind of New England. They would kind of had that same like chowder kind of talk.
Oh, yeah. No, I didn't even
got some
notice.
fun accents so far in the show.
But that's one of those videos where I'm watching it, and I'm watching it to find something funny, but then I'm like actually pulled into the story.
Yeah.
And actually pulled into like the drawings, and like it actually worked.
Yeah,
I
the
thought- I
drawings
thought
are
it was
pretty
like
cool.
That was good, like a fun, spooky story.
Yeah, that is a fun, spooky one.
Yeah.
All right. Well, this is a. Oh, yeah. This is one called Basic How-To Halloween Makeup. So if you watch this in time, you can use this for tomorrow night.
Mm-hmm.
And the thing that bothers me is it's called makeups. Like, who calls it makeups? It's just make up, a collective noun, right? But throughout this video, they
Somebody
call
on the comments is going to correct us and
well,
say
I mean,
it's called
you could
makeups.
call it either way, but I guess like it's how in England they call it maths. Mm-hmm. It's we call it mathematics.
Is this from England?
No, it's
Okay.
from here, and it's just like. But what I love about this guy, they clearly just found a bunch of like heshers
see the inside
and
of
metalheads to.
Oh, did you look on the inside here?
Yeah. There's
It's
a library.
from a
card.
library. Yeah, look
Yeah.
at this. Yeah. There's a library card in here.
Yep.
Like that's actually in here. Like
Well,
people
it-
actually checked it out.
It is somewhat educational, but when you see the, first of all, I love the host. The host is not who you'd expect to be hosting a makeup video. But then the other thing is, all the subjects he got to be made up for the makeups are like heavy metal Hesher dudes.
Okay.
So, and yeah, so here's Halloween makeups.
Every Halloween, millions of people flock to various costume shops and dime stores in order to find a perfect costume for Halloween. In this tape, we will show you how to put together your own easy-to-apply makeups at home, giving you the chance to design your own personal Halloween masterpiece. Here are the materials you'll need for our first makeup, Pumpkinhead. Be sure to avoid getting
does
any
his
makeup
shirt
in your
say?
hair. Care should be taken not to smear too much of the black makeup into the
Extra?
orange.
I have no idea.
And that's it. Here's the completed makeup. Here's what you'll need to transform
Another
yourself
great
into
t-shirt
a
on this
fierce,
guy.
blood-sucking vampire. Use a little stage blood and
Zildjian
apply near the corners of your
symbols.
mouth for an unsettling, dripping blood effect. And there you have the completed makeup.
Spooky.
In order to transform yourself into
Oh,
a
come
fierce
on.
lizard creature, here are the materials you
Imagine
need.
going out to a party.
And
A lizard
here's
with
the
a
completed
mustache.
lizard makeup. And some green makeup to color your lips.
Especially this
And here's
makeup.
what you end up with.
Ah, nice.
Evil clown.
Whoa, that's awesome.
Robot, old man, swamp creature. Here are the materials you'll need to safely transform yourself into a burn victim. There you have it. We here at Suburban Tempe Company wish you great success with your makeups and, of course, a frightfully good Halloween. Until next time, I'm Don Pesic. Thank you for joining us.
Suburban
There's-
Tempe. What are they called? Suburban
Tempe Video Productions or
Okay.
something. Yeah. So Halloween makeups. Yeah, I included a lot of the different makeups, including the ever fun burn victim. I think
Yeah.
that's one for the whole family.
Hey, but you know what? I bet that makeup back in like this. What year was that? 82 or something? 83.
Yeah, mid-80s.
I bet that was the
late
most
80s.
toxic makeup. By the end of the
Oh,
night,
yeah.
I bet you just had. I bet you were a burn victim at the
Yeah,
end of the night.
yeah, it was grease paint, and they talk about how to remove stains, and yeah, it was not healthy at all.
Okay.
And they had you cutting up plastic and putting it on your face with spirit gum, and yeah.
Imagine being at a party and like having to negotiate like drinks and just like and you're sweating kind of and just
Yeah, and you're a swamp creature.
yeah. I
no.
dressed up as the Hulk and had my parents paint me all up in green when I was like 10. And it was just the worst experience because I wasn't wearing a shirt either and I was super skinny. And I didn't look like the Hulk at all. but I was green from head to toe, and I was just miserable the entire day.
Yeah, I remember like I had a giant VHS costume, it's somewhere over here, but to stick your hands out, you have to go on.
Not when you were a kid.
No, this is like a few years ago.
Okay.
But your hands have to go on either side of the thing, so I had to hold my hands out like this for the entire night, and I couldn't like have a drink or anything because I was just like this the whole time.
It's a homemade VHS.
Yeah, it's a homemade VHS costume, but you know when you have a big cardboard bulky thing, and I could barely see out of it. It was terrible.
Okay, this one. I don't know why this just feels like it should be. It's not VHS, I know, we apologize, but this one is from Credle NV. I don't know why I include this one. I think maybe because it's kind of gory, it's kind of horrific. So I think it was like 2010, our buddy JC told us about this video that he saw that was really low res that he had downloaded from somewhere, from Belgium.
Yeah.
It was for this meat skinning device called the Credle. This particular one was the 562A.
Okay, for those keeping score at home. Go ahead.
And so I wanted to use the video, but we don't take anything off the internet. And plus, this was like so low res that you couldn't even view it.
Yeah.
But it was the soundtrack that was so great. The soundtrack on this video, it was incredible for this meat skinning promotional video. The soundtrack, they nailed it. And so I wrote them an email. I said, hey, I buy for a meat skinning company, whatever that is. And, our boss, he lives up north. I had this whole roundabout story. I probably gave way too much information. But I said, can you send me a DVD of the meat skinning, the 562A, so that I can show my boss who lives up north so I can drive it up there to show it to him because he doesn't understand the internet.
Right.
They said yes. They sent me that DVD.
Wow.
And here now.
Oh, good. It's on VHS. So
I transferred it to VHS.
Okay, good.
And this is the entire DVD. I'm showing you the entire DVD. It's like 54 seconds long.
Okay.
Here it is, 562A. Credle NV. That's as long as it was up for too. There it is, a meat skinning device. See Credle up there?
Yep.
It's not the soundtrack.
So it's cutting the meat here, or he's feeding meat in?
It takes the fat off, I think.
Oh, okay.
What,
the fat goes
down. I want you to hear the transition from this song to the next one.
Okay.
It's a weird like buzzing now.
Yeah.
You hear that?
Yeah.
It's on the video. It's on the video. You don't have to.
At least it's peppy while you're watching the fat get stripped off.
Meat skinning video.
Oh, that's at the end.
Yep, that's the end.
The art of technology.
Yep.
What does that mean? The art of technology.
No, but so I went on their website today. Yeah. They're still in business. They're still thriving.
That's spooky.
Yeah, exactly. I thought it was kind of gory. A lot of meat and a lot of meat skinning and cool soundtrack.
That's good for Halloween.
But I went on their website. They're still around, and they have 2 other videos. I put it on our playlist, on our VCR Party playlist, so people can go and check out our playlist. Can they do that? They can do that, right? I don't know. It was just like add this to the playlist, and I added it to the VCR Party playlist. I don't know.
On what?
On YouTube.
Oh, on YouTube?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah, maybe you can. Yeah. All right. So go to YouTube.
Yeah, go to our YouTube page, and you can hear other songs that Credle had put on. There's 2 other ones.
Yeah.
I think since then they stopped putting music on, but there's 2 other meat skinning videos. It's actually a fish skinning video with this great soundtrack.
Wow.
A completely different soundtrack.
That's their signature, is having great original music.
And all of them have like 143 views on them.
Wow.
Too.
Okay, well let's bump those up for the Credle people. It's the least we can do. Yeah. All right, well, here's a Satanist video. I wanted to end on this one. It's exposing the satanic web, and this is a video by a guy we find a lot of, Dave Rover.
Oh, it's a rover.
It's a rover, which we've never really shown because he was horribly disfigured in Vietnam, and he tells stories about that. He's not in this video. He just introduces it at the beginning and the end. But this is a video about Satanism, how they lured children. This was not in the satanic montage that we did in Volume 8. Yeah.
Okay. Have I ever seen this before?
Nope. But I don't even remember why I picked this one. Oh, one is the song's great. Like a lot of the Christian videos, they pick an awesome theme song to begin with. And, oh, yeah, they show, well, I'll just, yeah, it speaks for itself.
Oh, is this metaphorical right here?
In a satanic web.
Ooh.
It's like a spider.
The darkness of Satanism is spreading rapidly today, especially among young people. We see the graffiti symbols everywhere, the evil influences bearing down on teenagers, in the music, and in their lifestyles. The dimensions of this phenomenon have become alarming.
In this metroplex, it's my estimate that there's approximately 40,000 practicing Satanists in the
Dallas.
You see children in elementary levels coming with Freddy Krueger, and their fingers have the knives or whatever he has, and the grossness of the costumes. We thought we can do better than that.
Atherton Principal Shirley Cole has her kids decorating a school display area with pressed leaves and a stuffed scarecrow. Autumn, not Halloween, will be emphasized. Kids in Arlington will still dress up on October 31st, but they'll be playing the parts of their favorite book characters. October is book month.
Boring.
I've been out now for 14 years. I've only been able to laugh, and this is a serious statement. I've only been able to laugh out loud for about 10 years now.
That's exposing the satanic web. He's only been able to laugh for about 10 years since he's been got into Satanism.
You're not allowed to laugh when you're a
no.
Satanist?
Even at TGIF sitcoms, he couldn't laugh. He had to hold it in.
Oh, okay.
As a Satanist.
If he's watching TV, he can't laugh
Nope.
at the jokes.
So he's only now able to laugh again.
Oh, boy, poor guy.
But I like that worst principle in the world. Like, no, you can't be Freddy Krueger. You have to go as your favorite book character.
Yeah.
Like, what awful principle is that? Yeah, and that's exposing the satanic web again with a great theme song to that one.
Well, and I like that they got metaphorical with the spider and the whole thing.
Yeah, that whole song's great.
How are we doing on time, Steve? 42. 42? All right. Should we wrap this up?
Yeah, I just wanted to say thanks to the woman who made the giant VHS tapes behind us, the artist behind us, Susan, sent us a cool sticker here, VHS sticker, and a cool, I think this is a new VHS horror movie.
Oh, it's like an actual VHS.
It's like a 24-hour or a 24-minute movie that's stop motion. Oh, it says, wait, stop motion madness filmed on a VHS camcorder from 1988.
Oh.
Should we pop it in and just see what it is? No, but I don't think she did it. But
it says kill tape on here. Let's pop it in.
I don't know what this is. We've never watched this before.
Let's put that up there.
It says,
cool cover.
This was filmed from a camcorder in 1988, edited all on VCR, and soundtrack done with analog synth.
From
it is hers. Yeah, donating you my homemade stop motion movie.
Oh,
I think it's hers.
Well, that's nice.
Yeah.
Okay. Let me fast forward.
I guess that makes sense. She's an artist.
Oh, here it is. Watch at own risk.
It's pretty cool.
Yeah. How old was she when she did it? Did she say?
Didn't say, but 88, so.
Lost?
VHS.
Oh, the VHS tape. Should we roll credits over this?
I have something better to roll credits over.
Oh,
Not better, but something I'd rather roll credits over.
Oh, here we go. Here's the stop motion. Oh, that's pretty awesome.
Oh, yeah.
Violent homicidal suicide.
Whoa.
Okay.
Imagine editing stop motion in VHS. Like you'd have to keep hitting pause.
All right, I like it.
Cool. Thanks, Susan.
That's spooky.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
I just want to end on this final tape. This is, I think, the spookiest thing you're going to see all night. We've seen top loaders, we've seen bottom loaders. This is a side loader.
Okay.
And this is Little Marcy. And I don't think we need to say anything else.
I see where you're going with this
Other
one.
than good night and...
yeah. Have a spooktacular Halloween.
See ya, you witches and karate experts. Good night, everybody. See you next week. Vote.
Jesus wants me for